I'm sure there are multiple of you that remember Lord of Heroes. It was admittedly a semi-fun strategy game. I know it was very pay to win, which is why I said semi-fun, because at its core, it had some great elements that I really do think were quite enjoyable, but the game overall in its entirety was ruined by greed and general incompetence. But that doesn't mean that every game developed by Clover Games, the studio behind Lord of Heroes, is necessarily going to be a pay-to-win piece of trash. Or maybe that's just me on hopium. I don't know. The reason I'm saying that is because a brand new gacha game, Heaven Hells, was confirmed to be developed by Clover Games. This is their third intellectual property and their third game, confirmed to be releasing in 2025. And this is the promotional art. This is a beautiful character, a beautiful image. Lord of Heroes admittedly had beautiful art, great looking characters, great looking husbandos and waifus. But outside of that and the whole like warfare, world domination aspect, the game kind of sucked. Very little is known about the game. I could literally only find one single article pertaining to it. I went Googling it. With this in mind, I guess I will be one of the first websites, content creators to really cover the game. I will have a link to all the information we have down in the description and the pinned comment that will lead you to my Gacha Hub, which is a website that I run and operate that has links to pre-registrations, links to all the newest upcoming games, news that you need to be aware of, pre-registrations, beta tests, alpha tests, everything. You should bookmark this website and visit it at least 50 times a day. Let's go ahead and see what iFanzine has to say. Before we do though, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely incredible and I cannot thank you all enough. Clover Games Heaven Hells, a new game launching in 2025. This was posted on November 9th, which is today. This video is probably going live like November 11th or something, so just be aware this video is a couple days old. Are you a fan of the games Lord of Heroes and hashtag me? Actually, Lord of Heroes, yeah. Again, I did kind of enjoy aspects of it. Hashtag me, no. Let me tell you guys a quick story. I was in hashtag me and the chat was filled with fully grown adult men looking for little children. Yeah. There were children playing the game that were just enjoying themselves in the game, and they were being hunted by grown adult men. It was disgusting. And they were making this known in the local chat, and it really disturbed me. There was no moderation whatsoever. That game was a fucking abomination, a mess that I would not recommend to anyone. But Lord of Heroes, you know, that game was okay. If yes, then hold your breath. The developers of these games, Clover Games, have announced that they will be launching their third game. Clover Games Heaven Hells will hit iOS and Androids in 2025, although not much has been disclosed about the game yet. We can bet it will be worth a try. I mean, like, let's be honest here, every gacha game is worth a try, I feel. I know some people are gonna be like, wait, Tower of Fantasy is worth a try? I think, yeah, it is. I think every gacha game is worth at least a try, so you can decide whether you like or hate it yourself. Kind of like this comment right here. I tried Tower of Fantasy, I felt dirty afterwards. And that's because I asked this question over in the community section of my channel. What's the scoop? Clover Games has recently raised 15 billion won, which is approximately 11.5 million US dollars in Series B funding. This means that the developers are seeking to develop more games and enhance the existing one. I mean, there's no enhancing hashtag me, and there's no enhancing Lord of Heroes. And the top other list is Heaven Hells. a new intellectual property that will narrate the story of a girl who can create hope in the midst of destruction. I don't really know what that means. Is she gonna run out onto the field and be like, don't give up, before being like shot down or killed or something? As of now, the developers have released a poster and a poetic introduction for Clover Games' Heaven Hells in classic Korean style. Here's an excerpt from the poem. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna give us a look into the game. In a world where countless trials and adversities exist, your choices determine your present and future, and decides all fates. A beautiful yet cruel world awaits you. That literally describes real life. So there are some things in life that are going to need to be overcome, and the choices you make are going to affect you. Wow, shocking. Okay. I think it'll be a strategy game like Lord of Heroes, like a turn-based strategy. Yeah, you know what? I don't think. Actually, you know what? They might make this an open world anime RPG. That might be what they're aiming for here. They want some of that juicy Genshin money that Wuthering Waves is trying to get in on, that Project Mugen is trying to get in on, that Duet Night Abyss is trying to get in on, that Wang Yua is trying to get in on, that Unending Dawn is trying to get in on. You know what? I'm gonna do a video titled Genshin competitors in 2024. I'm gonna list all the gacha games that are essentially Genshin Impact alternatives. You can expect that sometime next week. I don't think that they're gonna do that with this because they only raised $11.5 million, but at the same time, I think Genshin was built on roughly a similar budget, so they might. But I feel like they're probably gonna take what they already know and what they already do, so what they did with Lord of Heroes, and probably create something akin to that, like a more updated version that's equally as pay to win, but much prettier now that they have the experience. And I genuinely hope, I really do, that they don't take what they did with #me and just make it worse by putting more money into it, but even less moderation. If you want to learn more about the upcoming game, head on to their official website. Wait, hold on, they have an official website? Where's their website? You didn't even link to it, guys. All right, Clover Games. There's Lord of Heroes. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. So we have the image. Despair and peace, hope amid destruction, meeting and parting. In a world where countless I mean, yeah, but like I thought they said if you want to learn more about the upcoming game, head on over to their official website. Like their official website doesn't have anything. You can't even click the image. There's absolutely nothing here to click. You know what? That really reminds me of Furia Chronicles. Oh, that's a nice lunchroom. Wait, is that where they get to work? Wait, they have cute waifus on there. Oh, that is sick. Oh, that's a nice view. Oh, that's kind of cool. What'd be cooler is if they had like a gym here, their meeting room. Okay, you know what? We're getting distracted. So there's actually no way of viewing. Yeah, there's no way of viewing the actual game here, which is really unfortunate. There is no learning more about it. There is nothing currently known about it, and that's disappointing. But this is a Korean game. A lot of upcoming games that I've covered recently that we've all been made aware of have all been Chinese games. So it's good to see that there is a maybe a decent looking upcoming Korean gacha game in the immediate future. And by immediate future, I mean 2025, because that's apparently when it's releasing. You can expect a beta of sorts in 2024, more than likely. Other than that, that's really all we know about the game. So I think I'm genuinely excited. I am. I think Lord of Heroes had a lot of great potential. Excuse me. I just finished eating dinner. I think it had a lot of great potential, but it wasn't realized. It wasn't tapped into. I think this definitely has a lot of potential, and I'm curious to see what ultimately happens with it. I genuinely think if they improve on Lord of Heroes gameplay, make it non-pay to win, this could be a fairly fun turn-based strategy game. But that might be asking too much. Now, oh crap, I forgot what the game was called. Heaven Hells is not a game you're at all interested in, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be of more interest to you.